Hello students, today we will do problems on IRR when annuity cash flows are given. So the first problem, find IRR for the project which has an annual cash flow of rupees 12,500 and the life of the project is 5 years. That means the cash flows are same for the 5 years. Every year 12,500 we are going to get. So how do we solve such kind of problems? First step is to find the IRR. We have to do initial investment divided by annual cash flow. Initial investment given, okay, the initial investment is 50,000 rupees. I think I missed out it here. So I'll write it. And the initial investment is rupees 50,000. So the first step is to do the initial investment divided by annual cash flow. So here if you could see, I'm doing initial investment divided by annual cash flow, which is 50,000 divided by 12,500. You get the answer as 4. Now you have to search this answer 4 in the table and find the two rates, the lower rate and the higher rate. I'll show you how to do that. Remember, the life of the project is 5 years. So let's go to the present value table. The annuity table you have to go to. So let me go to the present value annuity table for you. Okay, this is the present value interest factor annuity table. Now I told you we have to search the answer 4 and the number of years given was 5. So we see the 5th year. Here is the 5th year and I go up to 4th. I go to find the value 4. So if you see here, you get the value 4.100 and 3.993. It is in between 7 to 8%. So 7% gives you 4.100 and 8% gives you 3.993. So these are the two rates, 7 and 8%, that we will consider as lower rate and higher rate. So you will be having the period 5 years. In 5 years, you should go and search the answer that you got by dividing the initial investment by annual cash flows, which was 4. So here is where we get 4. We don't have exactly 4. It is in between 7 and 8%. So we go to the problem now. So 7% the value was 4.100, 8% it was 3.993. So now we'll find the present value of cash flows at 7% lower rate, present value of cash flows at 8% higher rate, and then we'll put it in the IRR formula. So present value of cash flows are 12,500 into present value interest factor annuity for 5 years 7%, which we saw the table value was 4.110. So we'll do 12,500 into 4.110, 51,250 you get. If you find NPV 51,250 minus initial investment, you get a positive NPV of 1,250. Similarly, we'll find it at 8%. So 12,500 into present value interest factor annuity at 8%, which was 3.993 table value. When you multiply, you get 49,912.5. So NPV at 8% is negative. So we have one positive NPV, one negative NPV. Now we can put the values in the formula of IRR. IRR is equals to lower rate, which is 7%, plus present value of cash flow at higher rate, which you got here 51,250, minus initial investment, which is given in the problem 50,000, divided by present value of cash flow at higher rate 51,250 minus present value of cash flow at lower rate, which is here 49,912.5, into difference of rate. So 8 minus 7, 1% is the difference. So into 1. When you solve it, you get the answer as 7.93%. So I told you IRR is in between 7 and 8%. So it is 7.93%. Let's go ahead with the second problem. Find IRR for the project which has an annual cash flow 15,500 and the life of the project is 6 years. Now here also an initial investment is 55,000. Okay, so here annuity 15,500, life is 6 years, initial investment 55,000. Now first we should do initial investment divided by annual cash flows, which is 55,000 divided by 15,500, you get 3.54. So 3.54. Now we'll search in the table. For 6 years we have to search. So 6 years, search where you get 3.54. See here, till here it is 3.998. So it's more than 13%. Let's go to the next percentages. 6 years we want 3.54. So 3.54 you get in between 17 and 18%. At 17% it is 3.589 and at 18% it is 3.498. So in between these two, so these are the two rates that we will consider. So 17% 3.589, 18% 3.498. So we'll find the present value cash flow at 17%, which is nothing but annual cash flow into the present value annuity factor 3.589. So you get 55,629.5, and at 18% you do 15,500 into 3.498, you get 54,219. We put it in the IRR formula, lower rate 17% plus 55,629.5, present value at higher rate minus initial investment divided by present value at higher rate minus present value of lower rate into difference of rate. You get 17.4462%. So this is a simple way to do it. If annuity is given, you need not do at 10%, try 12%, 13%, doing trial and error. You can simply divide initial investment with annual cash flow to get the table value. Then whatever is the period for that period, search the table value in the annuity table. You will get the two rates, the lower and the higher rate. So this was about IRR when annuity or annual cash flow is given. Now let's do discounted payback period. Discounted payback period is nothing but finding the payback period in how many years my money will come back to me if I invest it today. So that is payback period. And why discounted? Because we find the present value of cash flow and then find the payback period. So we call it as discounted payback period. So the first problem, Kingfisher Aviation is evaluating an investment project with the following cash flows. Discount rate is 14%. What is the discounted payback period for these cash flows if the initial investment is 15,000? So these are the cash flows. First we'll find the present value of cash flows and then we'll see the payback period. So here these are the cash flows given. 14% is the rate. So we'll see present value interest factor at 14%. In the table I've got these values. When you multiply the cash flow with the present value interest factor, you get present value of cash flows, that is 5,262 for the first year, 4,229.5 for the second year, and so on. Now we have to see what is the payback period. So one new column we will make, which is recovery. And what we have to recover? We have to recover 15,000 rupees, which was our initial investment. So from 15,000 rupees in the first year, I am able to recover 5,262 rupees. So 15,000 minus 5,262, which I've recovered. Remaining money is 9,738, which I have to still recover. From 9,738, you recover 4,229.5. You get a recovery of 5,508.5 remaining. From 5,508.5, you recover 4,725 in the third year. So remaining is 783.5. So if you see, you have used 3 full years. So payback period 3 years plus. In the fourth year, the cash flow is 4,736, but I just want 783.5. So I need a proportion of fourth year, not the entire fourth year. So how do I find what is the proportion? Whatever you want to recover, that is 783.5, you need to divide it with the entire cash flow fourth year, 4,736. You will get the proportion as 0.165. So you need 3 plus 0.165, which is 3.165 years. So this is the period. I have also put an image of how I have solved it on the board. So I'm minusing it here. If you see, there's a minus sign as well. So this is how you will find the discounted payback period. The second problem, Judson cost of capital is 12%. What is the discounted payback period for the project? Here they've given you year zero $1,000, which is nothing but initial investment. And 1, 2, 3, they've given you the cash flows. So first step is to find present value of cash flows, and then the recovery part of it we will see. So 3 years, I have not taken 0 here because 0 is initial investment. So only 3 years cash flow, 400, 400, 600 at 12%, the normal present value interest factor, you get 0.893, 0.797 and 0.712. So you find the present value of cash flows by multiplying the cash flows with the PVIF. So 400 into 0.893, you get 357.2. 400 into 0.797, you get 318.8. So on. Now we'll see the recovery. So here it is 1,000 actually. So 1,000 minus 370, 357.2. If I do 642.8 is what I get. 642.8 minus 318.8. If I do 324 is what you get. and 324 minus 427.2. So see here in the second year you still need 324, but third year the cash flows are high, so we need 2 full years. So 2 years plus I need 324 divided by the whole cash flow 427.2. You will get the proportion of third year, which is 0.758. So you need 2.758 years to recover this particular amount. So this is how you'll have to do. It's discounted payback period. So first find the present value of cash flows and then do the recovery. Okay, the third problem. Here are the cash flows at time 0. This is 1000 initial investment. Cost of capital is 10%. And the company is saying that maximum allowable discounted payback period is 3 years. So if it is more than 3 years, the company will reject this project. If it is within 3 years, the company will accept the project. Let's see. So you have year cash flows. Again, I'm not taking 0 here because that's initial investment. At 10%, these are the present value factors. So if you multiply the cash flows with present value interest factor, you get the present value of cash flow. 400 into 0.909 is 363.6. 580 into 0.826, it's 479.08, and so on. You get the present value of cash flows. Let's see the recovery. From 1000 in the first year, you minus 363.6, you get 636.4. From 636.4 in the second year, you minus 479.08, you get 157.32. Now third year, the cash flows are 375, but you need only 157. So we'll take 2 years full plus we need 157.32 divided by 375.5. You will get the proportion 0.418. So 2.418 is what is the payback period. So this is how you have to solve the discounted payback period problems. In the next session, we will discuss the payback period problems. So thank you. I hope you have understood the IRR, annuity and the discounted payback period problems.